might take a little while, but we shall eventually arrive there. It is Luigi's job alone to save his brother. He may have had to hypnotize himself into thinking he's his brother, but that's besides the point. He's still doing things, and he's still gonna save the day. The Luigi way. It's the year of the Luigi. Luigi don't care. Luigi gonna save the world. It's how he is. It's how it rolls. It's in his blood. It's in his veins. It's in his dead end. I am in a dead end. Okay, Luigi, a man of mystery, man of power, superior to his brother in many countless ways. However, he does not have a good sense of direction. I will freely admit to that. I mean, nobody is perfect. I mean, like I said, Luigi, sometimes he's a little cowardly, but when it matters, he will save the world. Because that's just the type of guy he is. It's just, well, if Mario's more than capable of taking care of things by himself, I mean, why senselessly endanger himself, But when even Mario, he's not perfect. Sometimes he needs help. And when that time comes, Luigi is more than happy to help him out when the situation really calls for it. And this might be an extraordinarily weird tangent to get stuck on, but I feel like pointing it out nonetheless. The exact nature of Mario and Peach's relationship is obviously of the romantic inclination. There's absolutely no doubt about that sort of thing. However, I don't know, it seems like a lot of people like to make fun of the fact that, that their relationship, I guess, hasn't advanced to the point that people would have expected to. And, I'll get right back on this in a second. Okay, yeah, we just gotta hit this thing hit this, use timing, and hit these balls, and they'll hit the statue, and you'll be able to, activate all of these glowy balls, and everything will work out. Don't hit the red one. Don't hit the red ones, otherwise that'll happen. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I saw this whole video. It was like a music video, criticizing Mario for bothering with Peach because she's not worth the time, she's not worth the effort, she's useless and stupid, and blah, 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 all that stuff. You've heard it everywhere a million times before. The point that I'm trying to make here is, while Nintendo themselves may never really expand upon the Mario universe as far as characterization goes, I mean, the characters are gonna mostly be, silent, and it's mostly gonna be sports games and the like, and all that good stuff, but I find it hard to believe. I mean, this is sort of fan speculation, I guess, but we don't know Mario and Luigi and Peach's. We don't know their personal lives, okay? We always see them in the middle of an adventure, or in the midst of a kidnapping, or any number of, really, messed up situations, obviously, okay? Or we catch them in the middle of go-karting, stuff like that. But even though they're fictional characters and that sort of stuff hasn't been written, it stands to reason to have the headcanon that they obviously do have day-to-day lives where they're not saving the world, or something to that effect, right? So I find it, very easy to believe that, Mario and Princess Peach do spend time, together on their off time where things aren't going terribly wrong for themselves, if that makes any sense. Basically, the point I'm trying to get is, they could just be really good friends, I mean, I admit, from an outsider's perspective, it seems a little weird that Mario would go through so much effort for, a woman that we don't see doing much for him in return. I mean, she's the hierarchy, she's the monarch, God save the queen and all that good stuff, but, I mean, obviously, they must spend time with each other. I mean, in the majority of these sort of games, you'll often see Peach inviting Mario, and sometimes Luigi as well, to the castle for certain events. And those are the moments that we happen to notice are the precursors to certain, new adventures. However, obviously, every time they meet is not going to lead to a kidnapping adventure. That would just be statistically impossible. Even Bowser needs to sit down for a minute and just, have a cup of tea, That's basically all I'm saying. So, maybe sometimes they just hang out, and sometimes they just talk to each other, and maybe they just have a really strong bond, and they're very good friends. I mean, okay, how about put this in your perspective? Okay, say you have a very good friend, your very best friend ever, right? Okay, say sometimes you're recorded, sometimes you're not. You spend all your time with this person, they're your best friend, you take care of each other, you know, stuff like that. You have a really good relationship, and say something bad happens and you're forced to save them in a manner similar to Mario. A little silly, I know, but just work with me here, okay? Say that sort of thing happens. Well, in anybody's perspective, like, if from an outsider's perspective, it looks like, oh, somebody just got kidnapped and you went and saved them, and because you saved them, oh, now you're good friends and everything, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff, right? Well, that's not how it really works. Not, I'm not explaining this very well. It's just, what am I trying to say? I'm very confused and tongue-tied. It's like Mario and the princess are friends, and if they heard some of the things that people were saying about them, like, oh, Mario, why are you dealing with all this? She's not worth it. She's just some ditzy doofus who always gets kidnapped and is completely useless. Well, even if you're not a fan of Peach, okay, fine. Well, think about it from Mario's perspective. You're making fun of his friend. They're his very close friend. You're mercilessly taunting somebody he is very close to, and that's just not nice. I guess that's the best way I can possibly put it. It's not nice. It's mean-spirited. It's just not right. I don't know why somebody would do that. I mean, imagine if it was your friend and people just mercilessly made fun of them all of the time. I mean, you'd get upset. You don't know. You don't know Mario and Peach's exact relationship. Maybe they get together every Saturday and have a movie night. I don't know. I don't think Mario is just saving some woman because, why the hell not? I guess that's just what we're doing today. I mean, he obviously has reasons. He's a good guy. He's a good guy, and he'll help out anybody that the situation calls for, obviously. But you don't spend that much time with somebody and not develop some kind of, internal personal relationship. This doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship, honestly. It could be something completely different. It could just be a strong friendship. I mean, it's been sometimes implied that there's a romantic relationship involved, but it's not, direct. It's not completely confirmed. Let's just leave it at that, I guess. So, I don't know. I guess that's why I keep thinking whenever I see somebody when they make fun of Peach, and they make fun of Mario for, protecting her or saving her, it just seems so mean-spirited, and, we're only getting part of the story. And, okay, here's another thing, right? Okay, so people are like, oh, man, Peach, she's a terrible ruler. I mean, she's the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, but she's constantly being kidnapped, and, all she does is bake cakes, herpy-herpy-doo. Well, no! There's more to it than that, obviously. In fact, there's several occasions in the Mario-Luigi series specifically. Actually, at the beginning of Bowser's Inside Story. There's a disease going throughout the Mushroom Kingdom, and Peach is at the front of it all. She's assembled, some advisors, some smart people, and they talk about it. It's like, oh, there's a serious epidemic coming on. We've got to do something about this. It's like, Peach does do stuff for her country and her kingdom. Obviously, she totally does. It's just we don't see it all of the time, because why would we? Do you really want to spend half an hour watching Peach, do emissary work with neighboring kingdoms where absolutely nothing of true interest happens? I mean, if this was a TV show or a cartoon, then obviously character development, but we're talking about a video game here. And the Mario series has never really been all that in depth. I mean, I guess it would only take maybe one thing. Maybe a short movie released by Nintendo where nothing exciting happens, and it's just the Mario characters and their casual day-to-day lives, and we might just get what we want from these people, and we'll get this true relationship bond, and we'll truly understand how these characters feel for each other. And if they did that, I think a great majority of people would be more accepting of Peach, and I'll be right back on that subject after this. Hey, Mr. Mustache, I am amazed you have come so far. Word has spread in town that I have become a horrible and despicably frightening monster. Not really, you're just kind of a rock guy, but I won't hold up a mirror to you. Why does everybody spread rumors they know nothing about? This makes me furious. It's so annoying, it tears me up inside. And oh, you could help, Mr. Mustache. Please help me release the stress that ails me so. All you must do is dodge my flames for 30 seconds. What do you say? Will you ease my pain? Absolutely. I love to help people out in need. Of course you will. Like I said, you must dodge my flames for 30 seconds. If my flames hit you, you will fall off the ledge before 30 seconds passes. You must start all over. Ready? Alright, let's do this thing. All you gotta do is jump over and forth. He'll occasionally summon these fireballs and stuff. So don't worry about it, everything's good. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay, so a lot of people seem to have a problem with Skyward Sword. However, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. However, one thing that I never see people complain about is how they developed Link and Zelda's relationship in that specific game, right? And even reviewers who did not like the game, one thing that they all acknowledged, oh, I messed up, sorry about that. Everything that they always acknowledged was that they felt there was a real connection between the two characters, and that it felt extraordinarily justifiable that Link would put his life in danger to save this girl. Because they obviously have a strong and deep bond with each other that obviously he would, go and help. It's obvious, right? I think the Mario series needs to do that at least once. I'm not doing very good with this. I'm very distracted, but I don't want to let up on this subject. I'm getting very passionate about something right now. Like, Mario seldom talks, obviously. That's certainly never going to stop, but I don't know, maybe like a silent movie or something. You could just have, I don't know, Mario and Peach, like on a picnic where nothing serious happens, and you just see them interacting with each other. You just see them, casually enjoying each other's company, I think if they did that one simple thing, a lot of people might see Peach in a better light, and they might not think of her so negatively anymore, because, I mean, that's the major root of everyone's complaint. They don't see a point in saving her. It's like, she's just the princess, and we gotta go save her, classic knight in shining armor story, except with a guy who, is a plumber. He's, making it a little weird, admittedly, but still, it's essentially formulaic. And they want a little bit of spice in their story. I mean, I would argue that some people looking for deep and intricate stories in the Mario games are definitely barking up the wrong tree, and, I mean, you play Nintendo for silly fun, obviously. They're never going to get all that in-depth. It's just, I don't know, I feel like, wow, I was really close that time. I really feel like Nintendo could do just one tiny little thing and, like, relieve a great deal of hate-dom off of Peach, which is possible. In fact, it's not exactly what I'm talking about, but the new Super Mario Bros. 3D World on the Wii U that's coming out, you can play as Peach, which is something you haven't been able to do in a 3D Mario platforming game in, like, years. It's been forever since something like that happened, and she can use all of the same power-ups. She can use the fire flowers, and, the cat suit and all that stuff. And that's awesome! We're showing Peach being competent, being useful, being helpful to the grand Mario team. And that's something I hope they keep doing and do more of. Oh, many thanks. That really let off a lot of stress. It feels like my soul has at last been released. And for some reason that opens up the door. Not sure how that works, but I'm glad to have helped you. Olmec, the giant talking head from Legend of the Hidden Temple. Thank you, mustachioed one. You can go now. I am done with you. Oh, and he's disappeared into the ether. Weird. Anyway, that was a very long and odd and very roundabout rant I just went on there. I don't know if anything I said actually makes any sense to any of you guys, but that's just my thoughts. That's just my opinions. Disagree all you want. You have every right to think I'm not correct in my assessment. But I just feel like I deserve the right to be able to express myself, and that's what I think. I think Peach is a good character, and if I was able to focus my thoughts a bit better, I could probably structure it in a lot more, coherent and reinforced way that wouldn't sound so haphazard, I guess. I don't know. Point is, I'm not so good at this off-the-cuff sort of thing. That's all. I mean, I can occasionally have brief moments of, awesome, but it's very far and few between. Can I make this jump, please? Can I make this jump normally? No, I can't. There's another way around. I didn't need to do that. I am stupid. Alright, well, there you go. There's some levity. A bunch of serious talks, and then I completely get lost like a doofus. Anyway, then inexplicably Luigi gets hit by a bolt of lightning on a perfectly sky blue day. Luigi, are you okay? I do believe I am, good sir, but where am I? Who am I? What is going on? What? You don't know what you've been doing? Don't you remember? Nope. Don't remember a dang thing. I remember a guy in a white robe. He, said I was Mario, blah, blah, blah. Then everything went black. And then I just saw a lot of shapes and colors. It was like an 80s music video. It was crazy. I heard you went to Guafaha Ruins to get Krabby Grass for Mario. Did you really get Krabby Grass? Well, I don't know. Let me check my suitcase here. Under the underpants, perhaps? Oh, yes, absolutely. I managed to find it. Go, Luigi. It really is Krabby Grass. Going to the frightful and dangerous Guafaha Ruins all by yourself. Luigi, how incredibly courageous you are. Surely you will be a legend in this town. By the way, what do you think that thunderous noise was? Could something have happened at the embassy? Luigi, shouldn't you be rushing to Mario's side? Yes, I should. Thanks for taking up all of my time. Then again, you did provide exposition to allow Luigi into the situation. Luigi! What's up, sir? What's going down? Princess Peach! What's happened this time? Does Luigi get out the choke? Whoop! No, lightning storm. That's not good. Oh, no. Okay, so that was weird. I ran out of space on my hard drive, which caused my recording software to completely stop, which was interesting. Anyway, don't worry about that. Everything is sorted out just fine. However, we're a bit backwards in time. I actually had to redo that entire section that you saw over the last couple of videos, which was a little unfortunate, but hey, these things happen. Anyway, we've seen all this once before, and I do believe what we last saw was the princess in extraordinarily large distress. So, if we could maybe, I don't know, skip past this little intrusion, this little excursion we're on right now, and maybe go help the princess from what was clearly Bowser. Come on, maybe, possibly. Okay, thank you. Yes, Luigi, the princess is in deep turmoil and trouble. Please help us. I will do this as soon as the cutscene continues. Thank you. And here we go. All right. And the lightning storm scene. Bowser, you fiend! Oh no. Sorry, Luigi, it's something significantly more horrifying. Excuse me, Bowser? Oh, I think you're sorely mistaken. I'm Bowletta! Oh my god, that's so scary. Okay, that's really creepy. Cacoletta's power has poured into the Koopa who is king. The body is of the Bowser, but the mind is all of the great Cacoletta. Oh god, that's creepy. Stop. No, please stop having a face. Stop. I'll just steal the real deal. Oh, dang. I will, Peach, just don't look directly at it. I'll turn you to stone. Oh, man, that's creepy. You didn't even see the rest of its body. Yeah. Oh, okay, besides the point, as disturbing as that was, we gotta help Mario right now. Because we have got stuff to do. Alright, Mario is back to his old amazing self. But he has sad news to deliver. Mario, the princess! Damn you, food poisoning! Master Mario, Master Luigi, awful things transpired while you were off doing who knows what! How dare you die of a rare disease! The nerve of you! See, Toadsworth? Yeah, I don't care too much for Toadsworth. Feel free to make fun of him as much as you want. Just leave Peach alone. It looks like my hobbies will have to be shelved once again. Your Highness! Bowser! No, Cacoletta. Bowletta. A message has arrived on this Game Boy Advance! Oh, so creepy! You puny little worms are no match for me now. I'm only going to say this once, so listen up. If you want your precious princess returned safely, bring me the 4 pieces of the Beanstar. I will contact you again once the Beanstar is complete. You are a shrewd negotiator. It appears we have no choice. Oh my, how has it come to this? It seems we have played our hand out, only to find the game is not over. There's little we can do for now. We must gather the Beanstar pieces as Bowletta demands. Luckily, I know the general area that the pieces fell in, so it shouldn't be too hard to find them. And let me mark that down on your map right there. Those are where they are. 3 of them will be easy to get. 1 of them will be a colossal pain in the butt. Which one is it? Well, we'll see. Fine. We'll figure that out soon enough. Alright. Who will gather the pieces first? The esteemed Mario Bros? Or me? I wish it was you. It would be much less work for me, but alright. What do we gotta do? I will bet a number I can't pronounce, mushroom coins, that it will be me. And then Luigi shakes his derriere. Do not scoff, for I do not intend to lose. The game is afoot! Master Mario, Master Luigi, we're counting on you. Heed my directions well, and you'll quickly find the beanstar piece that landed in Tiki Valley. I recommend going to find this beanstar piece first. I must say, my senses have been referred to as strangely keen. Whew. Alright, so hey, we saved for the princess, we went through a desert, we got food poisoning, we were hypnotized, I went on a long rant about why you shouldn't treat a character poorly just due to the fact that you don't know everything that goes on in their lives, which means it's really unfair. The princess got kidnapped again by a horrifying eldritch abomination. I cannot believe they actually went with that design, because man, is it creepy. And the next part, well, I guess we're gonna go get all those beanstar pieces for the princess. I will see you all then.